Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be testing out and reviewing the newest launch from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is her Magic Touch Concealer. Now this retails for $29 US and you can find it in 25 different shades. I grabbed mine in the shade 11. Now this is a medium to full coverage concealer with a natural skin-like finish. The formula is meant to be very lightweight, comfortable, hydrating, but without settling into fine lines. And it is also not supposed to oxidize on us. So this is what it looks like right here, number 11. That's what I'll be working with today. I also swatched a couple of different concealers that I have that I use underneath the eye area just for comparison's sake, because I know that a lot of you do use me as reference. So just thought I would throw a couple of different shades out here. So this is shade number 11 from this new Magic Touch Concealer. This one here in the middle, that's the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Medium Honey. And this one over here at the end, that's Ginger in the NARS Radiant Creamy formula. Definitely feels like my Radiant Creamy Concealer. This one does. It does not feel like my Tarte Shape Tape. This one's already starting to tug because it is a matte formula, the Tarte Shape Tape is. So feels very creamy, very hydrating, really pigmented. Let's apply this under the eyes. Per usual, I'm only gonna be color correcting the right side. I wanna see how much coverage this concealer provides without a corrector as well as with a corrector, and then we can determine whether or not we even need a corrector in order to completely conceal dark circles. This is meant to be, like I said, medium to full, and you can build this up to get to full. So this is buildable coverage that we are working with here. All right, you guys know the drill. Let me apply some foundation and I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Let's get right into it. I'm actually really excited based on how the swatch looked. I really am excited. Now you get quite a bit of product with this particular tube. You get 0.4 fluid ounces. Just for comparison's sake, I always thought that we get a lot with the Tarte Shape Tape, and this one has 0.33 fluid ounces. So yeah, a little bit more than even the Tarte Shape Tape. Has a shelf life of 6 months, just like the Tarte. And I find that to be pretty common, like across the board. It's very rare when I find a corrector or a concealer that lasts for a whole year. Usually it's like 3 to 6 months on all of my concealers. So doe foot applicator does grab quite a bit of product. So I'm gonna just take some of that off, and that way we can start off slow, like start with medium coverage and then build up if we need it. I'm gonna apply it here, and I'm just gonna do the other side as well. Since it is not a matte concealer, I don't see an issue with applying it over here and blending it out after. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna dry up on us, or it shouldn't. Let's blend this guy out. And I'm using my Deluxe Crease brush from Real Techniques. I get a lot of questions about this particular brush because it is so good for the under eye area. It comes in a set of 2 eye brushes. So you get 2 eye brushes, this one and this one. So you get these 2 together. They're meant for the eyes, but of course I use the bigger, more dense, soft one underneath the eyes. And yeah, it works so well because it does not take up a lot of the product. Like, it doesn't absorb it into the bristles. It is so dense and soft that you end up using a lot less concealer, and it just kind of evenly distributes it underneath the eye. Always get the inner corner to brighten that up as well. All right, so that is a lot of coverage with just the tiny bit. I really like the shade. This particular one has a peach undertone, which the website actually does suggest that you choose if you are trying to target under eye darkness, which I always like. If there is a medium peachy undertone option, that is usually what I will get when it comes to concealers. I find those to be the most effective when it comes to concealing, like completely concealing under eye darkness. All right, so that one's not gonna need any more concealer. We are good there. Let's blend this side out now. All right, so there's the one layer, a lot of coverage, but I am going to add just a little bit more there, not only to test out whether or not you can build this up easily, but also for a little additional coverage on this side. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit right there, a little bit extra. All right, I'm gonna go back with my foundation brush. I always go back and just kind of blend the edges. So I don't apply any more foundation. I'm just blending between the concealer and the foundation. All right, so that is looking really nice. Now let's set this. I'm gonna set this very lightly since it does have a natural finish. I feel like it could use a little bit of setting. It's not supposed to settle into your fine lines, but I don't find that to be the case with any of my natural finish concealers. They still wear really well, like they wear great, but you do have to set them because they do settle. I mean, it's only normal, right, that they settle. So I'm gonna take my Pat McGrath Blurring Under Eye Powder in the shade Medium, grabbing that with my soft blend brush. This one's a number 50 from Sigma Beauty, and setting this guy in place. All right, so there it is. Definitely getting better coverage over here than I am over here. I think that, yeah, if you have dark circles, you're gonna need a corrector to help this one out because I did build it up over here. I don't wanna build it up more than 2 layers because I feel like that's definitely gonna overdo it. And at that point, we would see excessive settling and all that good stuff. So I didn't wanna build it up more than 2 over here with more than 2 layers. And I can still see a little bit of my darkness. So if you do have darkness underneath the eyes that's similar to mine, we're gonna need a corrector with this one, but we won't need as much concealer. And this side looks really, really good. Anyway, let me zoom you guys in so that you can get a better look underneath the eyes. All right, so here it is, up close and personal. This is how we're starting our day. All right, now that you've gotten a closer look, let me jump off camera one last time, take care of the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, ready to continue on with my day. So far, so good. I like it. Of course, I'm getting better coverage over here, but both sides look really good. They feel lightweight, doesn't feel heavy underneath the eyes whatsoever. Looks good. Let's see how it wears. It is currently, what time is it? It is 11:30 in the morning. I do plan on wearing this all day. You guys know the drill. I'll be back in about 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours for a quick midday check-in, show you guys some close-ups, see what this concealer is doing underneath the eyes. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, I am back for a quick midday check-in. It is currently 4:02, which means that I've had this concealer on for 4.5 hours. Solid 4 hours. I'm pretty sure it's 4.5. Anyway, this is what the concealer looks like up close. This is the side that was color corrected with the NARS Radiant Creamy Color Corrector. And this is the side that was not color corrected. I think this side is getting a little bit more coverage than this side. Like now it's very visible, right? That the color corrector is helping over here. And it looks a little dry to me, a little dry. But I've seen worse, so not gonna say that it is too incredibly dry. Little dry. I feel like maybe I lost a little bit of coverage underneath both eye areas, right? Maybe, but we're still good. It's not moving around. It's not broken up. It's not completely gone. It's still there, still wearable. I'll continue to wear it for another 4 hours, like 3.5, 4 hours. So I'll see you back here at the end of the day for my final check-in. We'll see what the concealer looks like at the end of the day. All right, so I am back for my final check-in of the day. It is currently 6:34, which means that I've had this on for 7 hours, 7 solid hours. I believe we started at around 11:30. Now, before I get into what I think about this concealer after wearing it for an entire day, I'm gonna zoom you guys in one last time so that you can get a better look underneath the eye area after a full day, a very long day. It's felt really long of wear. All right. So here it is. The one thing that I will note is that I lost coverage. I lost coverage underneath both eyes, and the side that I did not color correct looks a bit dry, a bit too dry in my opinion. All right, so there you have it. That is the situation underneath the eyes after wearing this for an entire day. Do I absolutely hate it? No. Do I absolutely love it? Absolutely not. Using it with the corrector that I did today, I feel is what kept this under eye area from looking so dry. This is supposed to be more of a hydrating concealer, or at least that's what the description states, but I don't see hydration over here at all. Para nada. There's no hydration over here. And I did set it, right? I did set it at the beginning of the day. I have read comments from you guys in the past that, you know, you find this particular under eye powder pretty drying, but I usually never, I've never really had an issue, but I'm still kind of leaving room for doubt. I've never had an issue with this powder underneath the eyes with any of my other concealers. I've used it with my Tarte Shape Tape. I've used it with the Lancome one, Pat McGrath, Hourglass, anything. I've used it with all of my concealers and it's never an issue, which is why I used this for this particular review. And you can see, right? You can see that the powder wasn't an issue over here. Why is it an issue over here? I don't know. Maybe the amount of hydration is just not as much as I thought it was going to be. So I do want to pair this with a couple of different correctors. Wearing it the way that I did today, I would say not horrible over here. But if you have dark circles, like me, you're going to need a corrector. And it may not be as long lasting as you would like. So that's it. Those are my thoughts on this concealer. Thank you all so much for watching. I truly hope that you enjoyed today's product review and that you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on future videos. And also don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, where I absolutely love to interact with you guys. As always, take care and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah. Bye.